Good afternoon, comrade citizens. It's only been a few weeks now since our party has held the 2013 party conference, which was held with many various intermicronational socialist and leftist politicians attending. At this conference, our party discussed with these colleagues of ours, with these comrades, economic, political, and social advancement. Over the past month or so, more than a month, under my tenure as acting secretary of the Citizens Communist Party of Sandus, I have selected several objectives for which our party can work with the state of Sandus and work as an advocate for various programs and projects and various objectives for which the state as a whole can benefit from. Of course, as you may know, the mission of our party is to develop Sandus in a socialist manner, in a democratic manner, in which the Sandom people can alleviate their suffering. The party, insofar, has done these objectives in the form of national party congresses. Unfortunately, due to the departure of several leading citizens, several active citizens, instead, this year has been one in which we have appealed to outside political help, and we have encouraged other intermicronational politicians to come and to speak to their states' pursuit of economic, social, and political advancements. I've just published the Citizens Communist Party of Sandus year plan for the administrative year of 2014. In this plan, it lays out specific pieces of objectives, of advancements that we plan for as our party and as citizens of the state of Sandus. In this year plan, the party has laid out three forms of objectives: political, social, and economic. The list is rather long. It takes 5 pages, so it's longer than most micronational political parties' plans and agendas. But in this plan, in this year plan, I wish to give you some highlights. The party has approved of the decentralization of power from the office of the Sôgmô. It has advocated for the council idea, which was published in February 2013 of this year, in which the Sôgmô wrote, myself, in which I wrote that the influence of Native American culture and Native American society on the state of Sandus had left an imprint on what had been considered up until then an idea of direct democratic parliament, so to speak, an assembly. We call it here the council, and this council idea has been approved by the party. There are other instances, of course, of political decentralization from the office of the Sôgmô approved in this plan, including the re-involvement of and the development of more provinces, so that the office of the Sôgmô can communicate better, can represent better various citizens, especially for the next one, for the next category, which is social policies. A big one is that the party is advocating for a differentiation between near and abroad citizens. What this means is that over the past few months, the objective of citizenship, the citizen policy of Sandus, has been to strive for citizens in our region, in our area, in our sphere of influence. And this has been both influential and important, but it's also been somewhat a barrier for further progress. Some people have communicated to me that they would like to join Sandus as a citizen abroad. But unfortunately, the state of Sandus has not advocated for opening up citizenship to those people, even though they might share the various identities of being a citizen. The party, and this is new, this is very new, and this isn't necessarily from the office of the Sôgmô in my capacity as Sôgmô. It's from my capacity as acting secretary that I've considered this. And the reason why is because it will further implement the democratization, the development of our democracy, the development of checks and balances that we've planned for many months now. So there is no difference between near and far citizens. There is no difference. They have the same rights. The citizenship is of the same value. The only difference is the province that they're considered part of. And I've actually recently, in my research, I've recently learned more about the provincial systems that I need to go back and revise what it means to be a province. And that goes with the party's policy, the political policy on strengthening the provinces. Apart from the near and far civilo citizenship, the party has also advocated for workers' democracy, and especially the introduction of cultural roles in the party. And what this means is that the party will begin to advocate for socialist culture in the state of Sandus. Essentially, and as it says in the party's year plan, various functions and roles from the Collegio Caesarde will be translated and begun in the party. And these include cultural roles. And the party plan even specifies that with the Office of the Sôgmô's recent liaison and liturgia projects, it will pursue a broader socialist cultural role. Moving on to economics, which is, of course, the big one, and it was the main topic of the Citizens Communist Party of Sandus Party Conference held last November. The party has laid out specific goals for TELUS, for the development of more economic cooperatives, which are arts and crafts based, and also for resourceful tools. It has specified how capital should flow in from these ventures, from other ventures as well. It has encouraged donation taxes, which have not been considered so far, and which need to be considered. It has advocated for the pursuit of grants It is advocated for the state to pursue grants and donations from outside the state to start up these economic cooperatives. And it has also advocated for workers' democracy, which goes along with politics. Let's see here. And it has also advocated it's advocated for a shop for Sandus. And this lovely arrangement, which is that Sandus and the party are not in the business of making a profit. They aren't. In fact, as a short digression, there's a difference between gross domestic product and gross domestic happiness. Along these lines, Sandus is more interested in gross national happiness, not gross national product, because we think it's a more important system of understanding where our development is, how far we've advanced. So the party is not in the policy of making a profit, and it even has an objective that the state of Sandus shall pursue economic stability, economic sustainability. But that is not the objective. The objective is not a profit, and that if by the democratic will of the people, of the citizens of Sandus, that they should want something, a service, an item to be produced in the state of Sandus. If something is of such welfare to the people or to the culture, that it will continue to be produced, even if it's not profitable. So that also has to go along with the shop, which the party advocates for selling wares outside of Sandus, so that money can be brought into Sandus and work to finance the All Citizens United plan, which the party has laid out quite specifically, that economic cooperatives not only are services for citizens, but abroad in the foreign economic market, I suppose you could say, the market between states. This will be one so that it will bring in money, so that it can subsidize the welfare and benefits of the All Citizens United plan, which is a different topic from the All Year plan, and which has actually been summarized and written about for many months now. So this is the year plan. I will publish with this video. Coming up next will be my speech concerning my speech that I've included with this year plan. So I wish everyone a happy winter solstice. Vote tomorrow and do your charity taxes. Today's the last day. If you have not voted already, please be sure to do so. Above all else, thank you and goodbye. Letter from the Secretary. Citizens Communist Party Plan of the Administrative Year 2014. Gaius Sorgo Publicola, Acting Secretary of the Citizens Communist Party of Sandus. In the past year since the last party congress, the state of Sandus has developed plans for the strengthening of our proletarian democracy and the development of our economy here in Sandus. To these ends, the Citizens Communist Party has always acted as a proponent of democracy and a stern advocate for the strengthening of our socialist patria. With the objectives published in this year's plan, the party has remained committed to its mission for the development of socialism in Sandus and the strengthening of the democratic and republican elements of our state. Under my tenure as acting secretary of the party, I have continued my predecessor's policy for proletarian internationalism in Sandus, as with the immensely successful party conference held last month on the occasion of the 96th anniversary of the great socialist October Revolution. With the work of the party and state united, comrades, our strong and powerful patria cannot be contained by any force against our revolution. The objectives within this plan represent the areas in which the party and state shall work together, and especially where the Central People's Government shall place most of its emphasis in the following administrative year of 2014. These are areas which are important for the advancement of our socialist country, pursuant to the many goals set forth by the Office of the Sôgmô, the Second Philly Advance, the Council Objective, and particularly the prominent within this plan, the 2015 Economic Goal. These 20 objectives may not be accomplished by the end of the administrative year, which begins tomorrow, but they will be the guiding hopes of our nation and the Channum people. Despite this foreboding threat of inactivity, our party expects that all party members pursue the objectives laid out in this plan. The party expects that all do their duty to the state and advance our socialist Sandus. Tomorrow, the state as a whole votes to determine the legitimacy of the Sôgmô's authority. We encourage all citizens to vote and be active in the national activity surrounding this important date. In the next year, the party shall continue to advocate for your causes as citizens and for a democratic platform to check the authority of the Sôgmô for our republic. Wishing all party comrades a happy winter solstice, Gaius Sorgul Publicola, Acting Secretary.